I'm Brandon.
And I'm Brandon.
Welcome back to Follow City Comics, your anything and everything comic book podcast. Sorry, I didn't realize you were adjusting your camera right as we
I
started
know,
this
right when we
episode.
started.
Like,
I noticed that there's this light glare, but whatever.
yeah, my glasses get too. I get these like purple,
Yeah.
like Wakanda looking shade because they're blue light glasses and whatnot.
Oh yeah, I have
Um,
those too.
yeah,
Oh, there we go.
there you go. Hi, dude, we haven't done like a legit
Uh,
episode. It's been a
and
while.
probably
Black Science?
has
I
it
don't know.
has it been like over
Heavy
half a year?
Liquid. Heavy Liquid was probably the last one we did. That was
Really?
like a series.
Oh
Yeah, more than one
God,
issue.
I think so. Actually, I mean, if we could just look at our episodes.
Yeah, I guess we could.
Yeah, I know, right?
Um, but I mean, dude, we were excited to come back and talk about
Mm-hmm.
comics, and this is a book that I love. I adore it. I read it like every 3 years or so for some reason. Like I
Mm-hmm.
just find a reason to have to come across Kingdom Come by Mark Waid and Alex Ross, and it's like it's just so good every time. It's one of those books like I haven't gotten tired of. I haven't even like I don't know. It's so beautiful and I feel like I learn something new every single time I read it. And then the new information that I fucking learned right before we were recording this cuz I was listening to Word Balloon episodes with interviews with Alex Ross. Man, in issue 4, that fight scene has a whole new meaning like
Yeah, you
to
explained that to me,
Oh, I
dude.
can't
That's
wait to
wild.
get there. Fucking wild. Yes.
Yeah.
And so I'm hyped as fucking shit. So it's we're recording pretty late today, I feel like. I mean, it's past 9 p.m. in the
I
East
mean,
Coast.
yeah.
It's like
It's
6 for you. But like
as I drink my coffee.
yeah. And I
Yeah.
mean, well, as you drink your coffee, I also had some caffeine, which came directly from Coffee and a Comic over at coffeeandacomic.com, where you could get your pull lists, your variant covers, your books bagged and boarded. Kickstart your new year. Kickstart off, I guess.
Kickstart.
You can start it off.
Kickstart your new year.
I feel like Kickstarter is like a word for me, like a single word for me
It's been
now.
on the back of your mind for a long time now.
Yeah, I've been saying
Yeah.
Kickstarter for so much. It's like so, but snag your books from Coffee and a Comic. Support a small business, and dude, you get like bagged and boarded books. You get a little bag of coffee with every order, and he'll toss in some stickers sometimes, and he'll find stuff for you. And he's always doing cool discounts right now too. So hit up Coffee and a Comic over at coffeeandcomic.com. Hit up our boy Frank. Tell him we sent you, and use our 15% discount code at the bottom of this episode. And just quick touch base before we move on to anyone listening. Anthology contestants have been messaged, and if you made it to volume 1, if you're very high potential for volume 2 and 3. I'll just announce that right now. You also know, so check your emails.
Mm-hmm.
Check out your emails because we sent an email out
Yes.
to anyone. And if you have any questions, shoot us a message on Instagram or Twitter. We'll go into detail. We'll help you, maybe give some feedback, help you edit a little bit just to appropriate some stuff if you want. But we were just so overwhelmed and excited and happy with everyone's
Yeah.
submissions. And I can't believe we have the opportunity, especially if this first Kickstarter goes well, coming around late March, to even do a volume 2 and 3, which is like dreams come true for us. So it's been a lot of work and learning from both Brandon and I. But just fuck,
Perfect
thank you.
timing in the holidays too.
Yeah, man. So yeah, we'll start off the new year where you'll, at least have something in the future to look forward to putting out
Mm-hmm.
in 2023. So if your goal was to publish something in 2023, this is going to be
This
your
is it.
chance. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So there's so many people that are going to get that. Um, but yeah, from both of us, like fucking thank you. Fuck.
Yeah. Still, it's gonna be awesome, and there's still a lot to do. So
hmm
be
Um,
prepared.
and we'll keep you guys posted and updated on all that as well. But you know, this is gonna be like a lengthy episode. I feel I'm not gonna lie. I know we're just starting, but this is a book that it's hard to like blast through.
No,
Um,
it's pretty dense.
But I'm gonna okay. What's cool? We're gonna start off on issue 1, and we'll do our flip through. It's really cool that we could put the comic up next to us, and we haven't been
Mhm.
flagged for it yet. I mean, I own it too, so I
Yeah,
mean,
I
there's
own
my
it as well.
Kingdom
I mean, I
Come.
paid for
Yeah,
this subscription, so
yeah, and we get the book, and also I actually have these in single issues. I found them in San Diego Comic Con. It was like $20 for all four, and I was like, fuck yes, like
yeah.
yeah. So I should have brought them out, but all my comics are in my roommate's room, and we moved some to the closet because he's like, dude, this is taking up a lot of space in my room, and so we put some in the closet. So I gotta dig now, like literally dig. Um, we'll figure out how that goes. But dude, so check it out. I this is the cover I have
Hmm.
because this is like the standard cover just for it's a panel in the book, of course, but
Yeah,
this is the one that they gave for most editions that you will always see if you
yeah. That's the
own
one
it.
I have as well. I have the same
Yeah,
edition as you.
and it's the one that all these fucking people like freaked out because James Gunn posted an image of, and it's like it's about a meeting, and they're meeting about
What to
like
do?
DC. Yeah, so
Yeah,
this doesn't. I don't know why people thought it was Kingdom. We're making Kingdom Come with out with Henry and Gal and Ben, and which would be cool. Fuck yeah, that'd be cool.
yeah. I
You
mean,
know
a
what I
Kingdom
mean?
Come movie would, I'm not against it if it's done right.
Yeah, But let's hold our horses before we flip out or get too excited about
I know,
anything
right?
regarding that.
Just let
Um,
it be right now and just
just let it
figure
fucking
out
be.
what happens next.
I saw the Guardians Christmas special.
Oh, you
Finally.
did?
Yeah,
Yeah, I saw it. I think I saw it like early December. It's good.
it's good. It's
Yeah,
good. At
it's
first, I thought it was a
definitely a
little
Christmas
corny.
special.
I was like, this is a little cheesy. But then I was like, you know what? It kind of fits the theme of a Christmas special being overly cheesy. And then it just got really
Yeah,
good throughout as it progressed.
I liked it. I like the tone of it. I enjoyed it. It's definitely like digestible too. It's only like 40 minutes, which I prefer.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
I liked it. It was good.
Um, well, let's dig in. And wait, before we flip the page, I just want to pull out some trivia right now, just so that everybody knows. So on this first page, I can name some of the characters. I actually have the list of like everyone who's on this page, but maybe we could save that for another time. Um, but check it out: the Joker's daughter, the and 666 in the corner.
Hmm.
So Joker's daughter was modeled after Jill Thompson, the artist.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so when you look at her panels, there's a lot of her in the book, kind of, in fight scenes and
Hmm.
everything. Jill Thompson was the model for that, and I think that's too fucking cool. And also 666, I mean, fuck this guy. Sorry, I'm not a fan. But that's modeled after Brian Azzarello.
Oh my god, I could totally see it.
Yes, he has to be in the book, and they were just like, there you go.
That's
Um,
hella funny.
I'll pull out some other cool behind the scene Easter
Um,
eggs.
you ready? You ready for what I got on this?
Yeah.
So this is probably the best book of the '90s. But besides that,
Yeah, honestly,
yeah,
like
honestly, when you really think of '90s comics, what
well,
comes to mind that's actually good?
he pokes fun at some '90s comics too. We'll get
Yeah.
to that as well.
Uh, but the actual thing I was going to talk about real quick that I don't know if you knew, this is his first ongoing work at DC
Hmm. After
as
Marvel is
the
at Marvel.
yeah,
Yeah.
basically. Well, he did another anthology series actually
For what?
for DC
Oh,
before
really?
this. Yes, he
Oh, what
did
was
before
it?
this. I have a let me see real quick. Sandman Mystery Theater Annual
What? I didn't know about
94.
that.
Yeah,
Oh,
he did a couple
wow.
pages. Uh
Ooh.
But the thing is, people don't realize, like, in this day and age, Alex Ross is kind of like just a cover artist. I mean, he did that Fantastic Four book, but he's just at the point where he just draws covers and he's done for like 2 months. But
Yeah, and I mean, the reason for that is because he actually makes more off of a cover with Marvel than he would risking making his own book where he has to spend X amount of time to paint
yeah,
every page. And he says that's like a faulty of his for, that's his niche, that he's defined by that style. So if he does anything else, it's like disappointing. And he's like, so I focus more on this just for the page by page because it's better for him financially. And I thought that was
yeah,
a cool, interesting industrial aspect.
yeah. The way he actually does paint, I know that, like all his pages, and it's
Hmm.
actually on a bigger canvas, and they have to shrink it down to the margins for a comic book.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is his first as an interior artist for DC, at least, like for a full story.
And this story was his idea. Like this, he was like in
Mm.
his 20s, which is fucking wild, dude. Like, dear
Yeah, I
God,
know. Can you
blow us
imagine
out
being
of
in
the
your
water.
20s doing this?
Fucking yeah, this, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Holy shit. But yeah, he was like in his 20s and he had a story to pitch to DC, and they had to go and find someone that knew fucking everything about DC history to keep up with Alex and his ideas. So they went to the encyclopedia of DC Comics, aka Mark Waid, who knows
Yeah,
fucking everything about every character, and it's probably why I'm into Legion of Superheroes, to be honest, is Mark Waid.
probably.
Yeah.
Isn't there like also a thing Mark Wade was kicked out of DC for a while?
I heard that too. And then
Like
his
he
like
wasn't
comeback
literally
was
allowed in
awesome.
the office or some shit like that.
Something like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's weird, and it's I know he does work for both publishers now, but there is some
yeah,
weird stuff that I know what you're talking about. I just don't know the facts. But hey, that's
yeah.
a good
Same
Google
here.
search,
I don't
you know?
want to mislead anyone.
Page one of this. I'm curious to your thoughts. Who do you okay, it's what do you think this page what do you think is going on this page?
I think it's just supposed to be like some sort of imagery. It's one of those things like page one is supposed to be impactful, but for me, it's one of those things like Batman versus Superman.
Interesting.
Yeah,
That
that's how I look
that's
at it.
that's the main response.
A lot of people give.
Everyone say, but
Yeah.
actually, that's a great setup. You know what I mean? Because it's misleading.
Hmm.
It's not Batman versus Superman.
No,
It's
I
it's
know,
it's
but
Batman
it's
versus Wonder Woman. And like even growing up, like I always thought Batman versus Superman. And
mm,
it's just one of those things. I like hearing what people think about it because once you end up fucking reading it, and then you go back to page one and relook at it, you're like, oh fuck, that's
yeah.
Batman versus Wonder Woman. Like, and that's the lead up. And this isn't a Batman versus Superman story at all. It's
No, not one
Batman
bit.
versus Superman, and it's insane the what's going on here. I mean, of course, we have the story of Revelations in the background and everything,
Yeah,
but the
it's
green,
just foreshadowing, really.
yeah, a lot of foreshadowing, a lot of visions
Yeah.
of the future. You know what I mean? And this, oh wait, go back real fast. So we have the green flame.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, you're
There
good.
we go.
The green flame is Green Lantern. The red lightning is the Flash. You have the hand holding the Thunderbolt, which is Shazam. Um, and then down there you have Superman. Also, you
Mhm.
could see there's an angel like fighting like a demon thing kind of in the background where the Flash's Thunderbolt's hitting.
Let's see here. Oh,
Yeah.
wait. Let me see real quick. Where?
That is
Oh, there it
Wonder Woman.
is.
That's
Yeah.
Wonder Woman versus Batman.
Yeah, because he's in his mech suit that looks like
Yeah.
or not his mech suit. I don't know how to describe it. It's like his like
That's a
my
mech suit.
bones are broken mech suit thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that shit's so cool. But yeah, a
Not
lot
to
of
mention this right here.
mm-hmm.
To me, that's Superman.
Oh, Superman's below it, but that
Below it?
one, yeah.
Oh, there he is. Yeah, no, no, that would be. No, I don't want to spoil it just yet. But
Oh, you can spoil it.
I was gonna say, would that be Billy?
Mm.
Since he's the one that
That would
goes
be
for the
Billy.
missile.
I guess so. I don't
He's
know. It
at the
doesn't say.
epicenter of the explosion. So
I would say so at that point. I wouldn't.
yeah,
In my notes, I'm not too sure. Yeah, I mean, fuck, that could be Billy.
who knows?
But pretty cool. And then we have the fucking first God damn it. Hour Man? Wait, no, Sandman. Sandman. Sorry, my bad. We have the
I'll
original
say
Golden Age Sandman. I just totally spaced that. We said Sandman
Hourman is the
Mystery
guy with the
Theater and
actual
everything.
clock hourglass around his neck.
Yeah. Fucking we have Sandman, Wesley Dodds. Dude.
Mm.
I was so confused at this when I was a kid because I was like, who is this old man? And I love how they've aged the Justice Society.
Yeah, from the golden age to for in the 90s, they would be like what 40 years
Yeah.
after.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I love seeing them all kind of on their deathbeds and shit. I mean, not
Hmm.
to be cruel, but like I like seeing when heroes age. You know what I mean? And that's
Yeah.
what this is one of those books. Like it is. It's the alternate future type of thing. It's also like his version of. Gosh, I had a idea about that because this is essentially could be Frank Miller's Batman, but if it just stopped at
It
Dark Knight
could.
Returns,
Yeah.
not like DK2 and 3 and
Well,
shit.
real quick, let's do this. Which world is Kingdom Come
I
On?
think it has its own.
It does. It has its own world. It's Earth 22.
Okay.
Earth 22. Dark Knight is definitely it's like Earth 38 or some shit like that.
Hmm.
Let me see. 31. Damn, I knew it was
31.
a 30. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's actually pretty close together. So, there's some
Yeah.
remnants, you know what I mean? The way it differs from each planet. But I don't, oh man, dude, that classic image with like the night sky and
Yeah.
having all the heroes flying it, that just looks
Sick.
insane. Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy to think this is early in Alex Ross' career. Or like not early, but like he's like still kind of like figuring out his like style because this looks a lot different compared to his covers now.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah,
And
he's
even
definitely
some of
mastered
the
his craft.
interiors he's done over the last few years, this is remarkably different.
Yeah.
We got to do
Um,
full circle. That one was fucking insane, dude. That's a fun story.
I don't think. Yeah, I haven't read that one.
And what I don't think I have any like crazy. Oh well, in this panel, like we have the funeral of Wesley Dodds,
Yeah.
and over here we're actually seeing his wife. The only time we see what's this guy's name? Um,
Which one? The priest or?
Norman McKay. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the only time we see his wife, and
Yeah,
actually it's
and
his.
also you kind of just learn about his like kind of like who he is as a character. He's just literally a priest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
And also the world building around him is kind of like doing that thing where you have an idea of what's going on. Like the newspaper articles talking about how there's metahuman violence
Mm-hmm.
and there's like other things like they're in a new future where there's new heroes. The old ones are kind of said and gone. If Sandman's the one that's like gotten old and died, then it's give you an idea that there's definitely less superheroes from the golden age.
Yeah, exactly. And the ones that we knew from past that have all like certainly been aged, and we're building up to that part.
Yeah.
Um, this is one of my favorite pages because you have Who Watches the Watchmen in the graffiti in the background on panel two.
Oh yeah, you do. It's just very like muddled.
And then, yeah, exactly. And then down there, the books you have Under the Hood by Home Size. What's his name?
Hollis Mason.
Hollis Mason. Yeah. And then you have Behind the Mask by Jesse Quick. Um, and then there's the one Alternate Egos, who was apparently like John Law, the
It says
Tarantula.
AKA. Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, but I think Altered Egos is the correct title from what he
And
was
then
referencing for that.
what was the name of the football team in Dark Knight Rises?
Aren't they just called the Gotham Knights?
Are they?
I think so. I
I
think
don't
that's
know.
like
That
the Gotham football team that's always been.
you mean this didn't foreshadow that shitty game that released last year?
Man, how is it? Have you gone much in that?
Oh my god, yeah, it's not good. Uh, I'll leave it at
Really?
that.
You've never mentioned it. That's why. Like we've
Yeah,
literally named.
if you look at my achievements, I have one achievement from that game. That should just tell you
Really?
right there. Yeah, it's not good.
I saw the intro video and I was like, I am not fucking sold by this intro video. I'm not
So
even
hyped
sold
by
that
it.
Batman's dead. They didn't show his dead body. So
I know, right? Uh, it's everybody was like, he's not dead in the like all the videos. But anyways, the other thing that I thought was pretty cool is kind of like the monetization of superheroes
hmm.
in this distant future. I know that's not like the first time it's happened, but like it's always a good indicator of like what direction this world is headed. I mean, a restaurant called Planet Krypton.
I know. I
I
love
mean,
it.
don't get me wrong, I'd fucking eat there in a heartbeat. But like,
Hmm. But yeah, you're right. They're making money off of like these people that are saving their lives, and
yeah,
mimicking their
exactly,
outfits, and they're they have a little museum and shit. This is Planet Hollywood for superheroes.
basically, yeah,
Um, dude, and it's so cool. All of the Easter eggs in this. You have the even from the outfits. These are the Super Friends outfits that we saw in the
yeah.
cartoon.
This is like the
Uh,
gold and silver age outfits they're basically wearing.
yeah, you have the Adam West Batman there in the background. Um, and then you
Yeah, you have
have
that right there.
I
Then you
forget a
have
Family Circus, right? Or is that Dennis the Menace?
that would be I think that's Dennis the Menace. The overall no, I could be wrong though, but isn't like didn't he wear overalls?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. One of the two, I
Uh,
guess. And that's an Alex
um
Toth bat plane up there.
oh it is, yeah, look at that.
Hmm.
And then also what's her name's Wonder Woman outfit? I believe, right?
Oh, from
The TV
yeah,
show,
the TV show
Linda
one, yeah.
Carter.
Linda Carter. Yeah, yeah, I believe
Yeah,
so. Yeah, that looks right for it.
and then
Kind of looks like a
Priest.
Carrie Kelly Robin back there too.
It's the Robin. It could be. It's hard because a lot of them did wear like those pixie boots and like
That's true.
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, the the boxing glove era.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that
It-
battery's
It's
sick.
it's funny because it's almost like he's mocking the superheroes as well.
Yeah, I can see
Like
that.
Alex Ross and Mark Waid, the both of them.
I can see that.
I could totally see them like sitting at a
So,
table together and just being like, guys, we got to cram as much as possible.
apparently what Mark Waid did, because so much of the story like Alex already had in mind, um he basically was just like, I'll give you a panel description and just leave whatever you want to put in that panel up to you. So like the majority of these background things are all Alex Ross just fucking nerding out. Real fast, on that second panel, that's
Oh,
Jimmy
sorry.
Olsen as a turtle when he was a turtle monster from back in the day.
Oh man, that's great.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Jimmy Olsen as a turtle.
Yeah. Um
And then
yeah,
right
Giant Turtle
here,
Boy. His name was Giant Turtle Boy in that issue. It's ridiculous.
Jimmy Olsen was always getting in trouble.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. The first time I read this, I only knew one of these characters in this
Oh.
panel. I
Who?
believe this is she's that one like love interest for Lantern. Is it Scarlet? No,
Oh no, no. Actually no, it's not.
not.
That is the daughter of Nightwing and Starfire. Nightstar.
It's Nightstar. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I definitely don't know a lot of these.
Yeah, these are all new characters. This is Phobius, who's on the left of her. And then you have let me see. That's Minotaur right there. Stars and Stripes, Trix, Tusk, Nucleoid, and Lightning.
All
And
original characters.
Nucleoid, yeah, Nucleoid is that H.R. Geiger kind of creation homage character.
I see. I can see
And
that.
then Lightning is the daughter of Black Lightning,
Shit.
which slightly homages the Justice Society character, the Pink Lightning dude. I don't know his name, to be honest.
Oh, I like I said, there's a lot of random these characters I just don't know.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, I really know a lot about this book. It's stupid.
Yeah,
um, but that H.R. Geiger character, I fucking love, dude. I think that's one of the
yeah, it's a pretty
coolest. Like,
sick design. You could just see
yeah,
it, like the Alien movie influence right there.
hell yeah. What's and then this is just like showing like the new future basically. This whole entire
Yeah,
scene is we're just going
basically,
through
they're
what
super destructive.
yeah, what's going on, how you could see no remorse for what, the people around them. And that's the big case about these new heroes is that they're not showing remorse about anything going on around them. And they're just like kids fucking playing around practically. And they are just playing around for the most part. There's no real big conflict going on here.
You got Brian Azzarello with his pierced
Fucking
nipples right here hanging
Brian
out.
Azzarello. Yep. Damn it.
I wouldn't put it past him if he's actually got them pierced.
I wouldn't either. I
You wouldn't
wouldn't.
either. I've a
Motherfucker.
he's got like some good books, but I've also met people that have met him. They're like, he's an interesting guy.
He was just so rude to me when I met him.
I
He's
heard,
just
yeah.
so fucking, and I just hate that shit. Like, can't handle that. I've met a lot of creators, and like, he's one of the only people that I'm like, you're kind of on my shit list, dude. I don't really care if you're writing enough to like really like, oh, I
I mean,
fucking
what's like
love
his
his
best
shit.
book? Wonder Woman.
Is it? I haven't read it then. I haven't read his Wonder Woman at all.
I haven't read his one. It's like the one of the better New 52 series. I don't know. Anyways,
DMZ,
um,
that was one of his books, wasn't it? No, 100 Bullets was him.
100 Bullets was him.
I didn't read that either.
I didn't either.
Well, he also Brian Azzarello is the one that wrote um real fast. Well, we'll talk about like, really quick why they haven't made Kingdom Come into a movie is because one, they don't know how to like capture this type of artwork for the animation for that film.
Yeah,
So,
that's always a tough one.
yeah, they have to mimic it enough for the fans to be receptive and not feel like you're kind of disgracing such amazing artwork. So they know they don't have like either the technology or the budget to get this high end of a like film made. I
Mm.
think it'd probably be better off live action with a fucking insane Marvel like, CGI and budget to do stuff like this. Marvel has
I
a better chance of making this movie than DC and Warner Brothers, to be honest.
I could see this being a good TV mini TV series.
Oh, that'd be sick, right? That'd be
Yeah,
really
it's
cool.
just one
Like,
of those books. It's like when
well,
they split The Dark Knight into
mhm.
like two movies, like that was barely enough. I think a TV show would be better for this kind of book.
So like the thing about it was the Killing Joke was, they adapted it for in animation, but it was too short of a story to like really adapt. And so they had to add an entire extra act to make it like a full-length like feature, and that's where Brian Azzarello came in and wrote this first
Yeah,
act and just fucking destroyed the Killing Joke movie
I
so
saw that in
bad. Like
theaters.
same here. I drove
Oh
home from
God.
my first San Diego Comic Con. I drove home just to make it home in time to go see that movie with my dad at the draft house. Like I drove 12 hours and then I went to go watch that fucking movie
You're like,
because I
I
was
need to
so
see this
excited.
movie.
I was so hyped, and even my dad sitting next to me, he's like, "Is it me or is this just like really bad?" And then I was like, I thought I was really tired and thought it was really bad. He's like, "It's really bad." And then I was
It's
like,
not great.
"Damn, for my dad to say that, it's really
He's like,
bad,
that guy
dude."
likes everything.
Yeah, like god damn. Um, but these kids are jerking off and everything in the streets,
Yeah,
and
fucking killing people and hurting them and everything. And then this priest is like, "Yo, that's not cool, guys.
well, the bomb goes off in Kansas, and
We haven't gotten there yet."
yeah, it's right there. That's what happens. The headline's
Oh
right
no,
there.
we haven't gotten to the part where they see what happens.
Oh no, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, they're
Yeah,
revealing it right here, and
yeah,
they've
yeah.
already
The
heard
bomb, though.
about
Yeah,
it, and then the priest is like giving this preach about revelations because, he's talking about the Kansas just being fucking, it just fucking exploded, and
yeah.
what's his name? Molagog or whatever. I always fuck up his name.
Magog or no?
Magog,
That's
Magog. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. He yeah. No, my bad. I thought you were talking about when they show the bomb go, all the radiation, what it does.
Oh no, because there's
Yeah.
two bombs that go off in Kansas technically. But yeah, fucking, what's his name? Captain Atom has blown up and just
Yeah,
fucking annihilated Kansas.
decimated. Well, like Kansas is pretty much like just like destroyed.
Oh, not yet. That's what destroyed it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Captain Atom.
But let's see. So if we go here, and this is when the Spectre comes in,
Yeah, it's one of the coolest DC characters ever. I feel. Actually, he
except
doesn't
when
get
Hal Jordan was
enough.
in.
You don't like him as Hal Jordan? I don't. I mean, I only read the
I
Rebirth
don't know. That
part.
was such a. I mean, Rebirth was like the only good parts of that. That was such a mess.
Oh, really? Okay, I haven't
Yeah.
read any of the other Hal Jordan Spectre stuff.
I just kind of glossed over it.
Ah, okay. Was that part of Infinite Crisis?
I can't remember. I just know I read Rebirth and I was like, what the fuck? He's like three
Yeah,
different things at once, and then he becomes a
yeah,
Spectre, and I was like, oh god.
yeah, exactly. Man, Rebirth would be a cool one to cover one day. It's one of my favorites. It's been years since I've read it though, but early Jeff Johns work, I feel.
Mhm.
But yeah, Spectre. Actually, Spectre was briefly, and I know he was in Brave and the Bold, and I think he was in Justice League Unlimited, but he's also in that Constantine House of Mystery movie that just recently came out. I don't know
Oh,
if you've
I
seen
haven't seen
that one
that.
yet.
No,
It's
I haven't.
fucking
I haven't watched a lot
cool.
of animated films.
Dude, that one was really good actually. It follows Darkseid War. It's like the epilogue to it, and it's
Oh,
fucking
okay.
sick. Yeah. And there's like five, it's like shorts. There's like five short movies. They're all like 10, 15 minutes long, and there's a Commandi one in there.
I did not know that. I
Fucking
probably
hype.
should check it out. I've only watched
Yeah.
like all the animated Batman stuff. That's it.
Yeah. It was one of those like random toss-ons because I was like, this is out? I haven't heard about this. And there's a story
Uh,
about the losers. The losers is in there too.
oh wow,
Fucking
that's even
cool.
more random.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was some cool shit. Um, but yeah, so we kind of have like the Ghost of Christmas Past coming through here,
Well,
and
he basically shows up because he's just like he needs to like be anchored to humanity basically, and he's
Mhm.
like this priest is gonna help me like connect to the humans of Earth
Yeah,
essentially.
yeah, exactly. Uh, and it's funny because the Spectre is the one God character like in all the DCU. You know what I mean?
Well, he's literally like top five strongest, right?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I mean God, like religious God. You know what I mean?
Oh
Like
yeah,
it's
yeah,
a
yeah.
whole. But yeah, he is one. He is like the one of the or the strongest. I don't know how. I've never really seen the Spectre do shit though.
Yeah, he's always like considered one of the strongest beings ever, or entities, I should say.
I've never seen him like win a fight either. You know what I mean? I always feel like he
Yeah,
gets his ass kicked, like in Crisis on Infinite Earths or stuff like that.
but now that you say it, this is basically like the Ghost Christmas Past style, where they just kind of travel along and observe
Mm-hmm.
everything.
Yep.
What I realized when I read this for the second time was that the Spectre, how do I put this? The the Spectre and the what's his name? The priest Norman?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. They serve as like the omniscient narrator.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's kind of strange because there's two of them. So what I realized while reading this was that basically you're, from Norman's perspective, when you're reading this, you're kind of the observer that has no idea what's going on, and then the Spectre serves as like the encyclopedia.
Yeah.
And
He's
he's just
like
kind of,
guiding you through as you're questioning
yeah,
stuff and kind of unraveling things.
yeah. In comic terms, Norman's like, "Who's this?" And the Spectre's like, "That's Superman." And then that's
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
what happens. Like,
Yeah. Literally.
yeah,
Very like, we joke about gold and silver age books because like the narration tells you everything that's going on, but this is a more modern way of like evolving that like caption box narration. Like you're applying it to the story now, and that makes it enjoyable versus reading a block of text of we'll get to reading Spawn comics one day, but I mean they're like the content there is so bad because it tells you what Spawn
everything.
is doing in the description, and then you see him talking and it's the same shit, you know what I mean? And that's the way
Yeah,
those golden and silver age books they just get frustrating and full and wordy, when really like this 90s 2000 evolution of let's tell the story through the characters instead of always relying on captions.
yeah,
Captions are interesting thing to dabble in with comics.
yeah. They
um
are for sure.
yeah, exactly. You expect more word balloons and captions for sure nowadays,
Yeah.
which is funny.
Well,
Yeah. Huh.
captions kind of work as like the inner like monologue at this point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Very Scott Snydery
yeah.
type of, or Tom King, you know what I mean? They utilize them real well. But we are now seeing Superman for the first time, and I love seeing the fucking
Ponytail.
uh ponytail and fucking the gray beard, and like I think that's the dopest way to look at Superman ever.
At least for aged Superman, because I think Batman Beyond did a
Mm-hmm.
decent like aged Superman. He just kind of had the white hair on the sides. That was it.
Yeah, yeah, and that's Alex Ross is one of the first people that's really done that apparently.
Really?
Like age him up and like gave him those gray sides. I want to say
Oh,
so, unless there's like some Silver
well,
Age shit I don't know about.
he had the mullet with Dan Jurgens, so
That's where that grew from. Hell yeah. I
yeah,
think that should stay
that's where that
forever,
ponytail
dude.
came from.
That's what I want.
That hair.
Um and so do you know why all those animals are in the background?
Because he has a farm. He's like a Noah's Ark approach. I don't know.
Dude, that is the Legion of Super Pets. That is Streaky the Super
That
Cat,
is the Legion of Super Pets.
Beepo the Super Monkey, Comet
Is
the
that
Super Horse, and Crypto the Super Dog.
okay? I can see Crypto right there. Where's Streaky?
Streaky, which one's Streaky? The Super
That's
Cat?
the it's the
There's a
cat.
cat. Yeah, I think it's on the other page.
Hold
But
on. Let me.
there's definitely a cat.
I'm not seeing a cat. I'm not seeing Streaky. It's interesting because Streaky actually belongs to Supergirl.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, so I
We might
considered her
we
super
might
pet.
see Streaky on the next page. I know it's there though. But when you see Beepo, the monkey in the background and shit, it's
Oh yeah, you
ridiculous.
do. Yeah. It's funny because typically, like,
Oh, there's the cat. He's on the
where?
haystack. He's on the haystack.
Oh, there it
Yeah,
is. Okay, fair, fair. I was gonna say it's interesting because a lot of iterations of like the super pets, they're kind of independent.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they're usually doing their own thing.
Which is weird. Just
Um,
fucking have a super pet that's just like doing its own thing all the time.
yeah,
Like,
there was like a Halloween anthology where they were all vampires or zombies, and then
oh
like,
yeah,
did you ever see that
I
one?
read
And then
that.
they
That
all
was
like
fucking
eat each other.
insane. Yeah, it was sad,
Yeah.
dude. That was brutal. Like, did you watch the Legion of Super Pets movie?
No, I never did. I was
I,
like hoping it would be decent, and then it just seems like, man, something
it's on a.
about The Rock. It just he's just
I
not
know. I don't
doing
want to
well
do
with
it.
DC.
Yeah, it's all just crashing. Oh, we could do a commentary because I've never seen it. I've never.
Yeah,
It's
might as
on
well.
HBO Max. You know what I
I
mean?
don't plan on watching it, so I might as well watch it then.
Yeah, because I don't want to watch it alone. Um, But Diana's just fucking calling him out. She's like, "What the fuck are you doing, Clark?" Like,
Like, I need your
and
help, god damn it.
it shows how much Clark has changed, And she makes the whole point. He's like, humans die, and then she's like, they weren't humans. It was your wife and your parents, Clark. And you're like, oh man, you're cold, Clark. Humans like just they die, like they age and they
No, he
die.
calls them Earthlings.
Earthlings. Oh
Yeah.
God.
She's like,
So
your wife wasn't an Earthling.
yes, like fucking, you wouldn't expect this from Superman and this like built farm that's not even real. And man, but he's
Yeah.
been so. Oh, that was my Dark Knight comparison. That's right. Frank
Uh,
Miller did Dark Knight 10 years after Batman retired and stepped away. This is Superman 10 years after he retires and steps away.
yeah.
This is Alex Ross's version of Dark Knight Returns, I would say, because it is a Superman story. Like no
Yeah.
matter what, this
This
is
is a Superman story.
yeah, yeah,
It's funny when you look at like the contrast of how they handle their careers, because like when you read Dark Knight, Bruce is just like, "Come on, I race fast," and he's like, "I see these punks on the street." He's like, "Come at me with your knife," and then Superman's just trying to live a farm life.
yeah, yeah. For us, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's very true.
What do you really think
Um,
about it? It's a little fun, like hella funny.
and in here we have the Fortress of Solitude. There's a battleship, a giant diary, a dinosaur,
Let's
Kryptonian worker
see.
bots, the bottle City of
Uh,
Kandor, and the
do you know what that
statues of
mech
Dora and
is?
Laura. That's let me see, a giant Kryptonian worker robot.
It is?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's what it like. This note says. Yeah.
And then his Fortress
Oh,
of Solitude
Kryptonian battle suit and a space plane is in there. I don't know where the space plane is at.
space plane. I don't see a space plane. Huh. I like this version of the Fortress of Solitude. I wasn't into like a lot of the ice palace kind
Yeah,
of thing.
I
Like it was
agree with you on
cool, but
that.
it just seems kind of bland. Like this one actually looks like it's some crazy utopia he lives in, or like
Yeah,
museum.
modernized. Like, yeah.
Yeah,
And it's weird how they all have museums, you know what I mean? Of
and
their shit.
it kind of serves as his personal Batcave. Like he
Hmm.
just tunes in to the news and just like watches everything.
That's some crazy fucking news watchage, though.
That's supposed to be
That's
like
very
no,
Ozymandias, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Ozymandias.
Let's
Um,
see, can you like Peacemaker right there?
is that piece? Oh,
That's
wow. That's
Peacemaker with the
fucking
question.
wild. That's insane.
Yeah.
Um, so also
What
we
else
have,
is there?
I like how Captain Atom looks in this one too, with that gold and red suit.
Right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 90s suits that did not
Yeah, it's Peacemaker
that
2.
actually worked out well.
The
Okay, yeah, his
Peacemaker 2 is a female too, also, I think.
it is?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
I didn't know that.
there's a better image, 2 squares above the one that you zoomed in on of
Oh,
Peacemaker.
there it is. Yeah. It looks like
Yeah.
a Boba Fett.
Yeah, for reals. It totally looks like a Boba Fett.
Yeah.
The
The
Kansas incident.
don't forget the gray hairs on the Superman chest.
So fucking manly.
Yeah, okay. It
So this
was
is like,
Magog.
yeah, this is the whole battle that happened between Magog and fucking just untrained and unready fucking team, which is
Yeah.
sad. And Captain Atom is who Doctor Manhattan is based on. That was the inspiration when Alan Moore was trying to use the Fawcett characters for Watchmen, and Captain Atom was Doctor Manhattan,
And then
which
the question was Rorschach. I know that.
yeah, Blue
Peacemaker was the
Beetle.
comedian.
Was it Peacemaker? That's fucking wild. I didn't know
I'm
that.
pretty sure. Yeah, there's a list somewhere, but I know exactly what you're talking about. I know
Um,
the question for a fact was Rorschach.
and then Blue Beetle was Night Owl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I guess it would be Peacemaker. That would be the other Fawcett
Mm,
character. Yeah, you're right. Huh.
yeah.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. We're gonna do it sometime, but like that Alan
Dude,
Moore, what was it? Twilight of the Superheroes. Did you ever hear about that story?
no, I didn't.
We got to fucking cover that. That's an interesting little bunch of work and ideas he had.
I'll definitely have to check it out.
It was never made. It's just like the outline he wrote. That's as far as it got. It's fucking interesting though.
Oh, okay.
But we got Boba Fett
Um,
here in Kansas.
yeah, I know, dude. I was like, I saw that and I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah. Oh, I guess maybe Peacemaker 3 because Boba Fett's about to die. I mean, Peacemaker's about to die right now. Dude, I love how Parasite looks though.
That's right here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Parasite was always an interesting Superman villain to me.
Hmm.
Just like how many times he's like changed appearance. Here, this is what I was talking about. Like when you actually see what happens after it goes off with the
Oh yeah.
radiation,
That yeah. Okay. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. I never noticed that dead body there. I just remember seeing the animals.
just a random dead body.
Yeah. Damn, it's fucking
Yeah, and
crazy,
she's like, "Come on, Cal, do something about it. You're Superman." And then she
dude.
dips.
Yeah. Stop being a pussy. Peace. Um. And dude, it's crazy. That means Cal's lost everything. If he lost fucking
He lost
Lois,
Kansas.
he lost Kansas, like all of Kansas. You know what I mean? That's fucking sad. Um, I think here now we see Norman McKay see the rest of the Justice League, right?
Yeah, no, they go travel, and he's kind of like introducing the characters. Yeah, for the most part, because he doesn't see them all together until they're in the
Oh,
basically like
well,
the
yeah, that's what I
watchtower.
meant. Like
Yeah,
we're gonna see them all now, like piece by piece.
yeah. How do you feel
Uh,
about the Flash with the helmet, like Golden Age?
it's weird because it's Wally West.
Yeah, the
Like,
character design. I was never into the helmet.
it just throws me off because it's like a Jay Garrick design, but it's Wally as the Flash.
Mm-hmm. Then you have Hawkman.
Hawkman looks sick as fuck, flying
Yeah,
over
no, the
Seattle and
Hawkman is
shit.
dope.
But he doesn't have like a he can't speak, which is interesting.
And then the Green Lantern. I love this design too.
Dude, it's one of my favorite designs, but like and I've always wanted this figure and everything, but the way he's sitting just looks so fucking goofy because it's just all it looks like a fat old man because it looks like a
It does,
circle.
yeah. It looks
You know what I
awkward.
mean? Yeah, and his legs are all up, like but it's my favorite. Like, dude, that Emerald City, that's brilliant,
Yeah.
dude.
And it's
Like
also crazy, like this version of Green Lantern's pretty much got space covered.
yeah, and it's weird because it's fucking Alan Scott.
Yeah, it's the original Green Lantern. His
Yeah,
weakness is wood.
that's stupid as shit.
When he gets hit by a baseball bat in a comic, I forgot which one.
And then we
Um,
have Atlantis, the Mascara, and the Legion of Superheroes. Basically, just saying that they've all gone their separate ways and are not
yeah.
interacting with humanity
Well,
anymore.
the thing that's interesting with Aquaman is he's always been the guy that's like, I want to stay away. Like he's
Yeah,
that's always been his thing.
yeah.
And then of course Gotham, because Batman needs to be in the book.
Mm-hmm. And this is the coolest fucking part. Oh wait, go back real fast. That statue in the very back, that's the Batman the Animated Series statue. That's like in Gotham. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Well, this is like at the height of that series, right? Because that was like
yeah.
92. This is
Well,
96. So,
yeah, and Alex Ross was just fucking like everybody in love with that show, like
oh
everybody,
yeah.
And look at the building designs and shit. You could totally tell that's very.
Yeah, it's totally like a still from the show, like
Hmm.
100%.
It's kind of funny though. I thought this was always kind of hilarious. Like, you have these little punk, like 13-year-old kids. It looks like with like guns and like being hoodlums and shit, but they look like children.
They literally look like they're like 12.
Yeah, man. And then you send like what's cool about these mechs is that they're very Batmobile based. Like they have that,
Hmm.
40s, 50s Batmobile hood helmet, and even the back of them look like cars and shit.
Yeah, they basically look like almost like Batman Transformers.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, look at that. That's epic.
Yeah, and
Whoa.
even the Spectre's like Batman's all good.
Yeah, I love that. That's such a definitive thing. He's
Right
like, "Oh,
here.
I'm Batman." Yeah, and because it's wordless up to here, leading up to
Yeah,
this page. And I think the last thing he says, he's like, "Oh, and Batman," and then it comes back to this: Batman has his city under control. And you're like,
roll. Yeah, it's kind of like we're all thinking that already.
"Yeah, exactly." Um, and okay, where is it? It's coming up though. Okay, well, and this is the part where it's just like, "There's no hope." There's Joe Thompson.
Oh,
Hey,
right there in the bottom right corner.
there you go. Um, and the image on the top, I think it's one of my favorite of that one.
Right here.
Yeah, that's fucking rad. I'm trying to think if I had any
They're out of control. And then you're just like, oh God, they don't know how to save lives. And then this is the part where the big reveal shows up.
soups. Soups is
Yep.
back.
Comes in. And it's in Metropolis when you think about it. So it's like almost like he's been, did they say exactly how long? I can't remember.
Um, what do you mean?
Like
For
how
what?
long he hasn't been in
10 years.
Metropolis? 10
10
years
years.
exactly?
Yeah, yeah. That's why
Okay.
it's the Frank Miller like
Yeah.
contrast to that.
And then
Um,
that right there.
so real fast on that train car. Like 2 pages back, I knew I had a note on that. The guys that are really prominent, like some faces you could tell are very prominent on some stuff. Go back one more. One more. My bad. Yeah. Wait, no. Yeah, right here. Three characters, like the three white guys in the very front, actually.
Yeah.
That is and DC employees Mark Trelerio and Vince Letirio with Kingdom Come novelization editor Charlie Kaufman. Um, I think that book that I ordered of Kingdom Come, the novelization, those are the writers and the editor for that. And Alex Ross puts in a lot of those little homages there.
Yeah. Nice. So basically whoever's in the office.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Nice, nice. Let's see. And then there's the big reveal that Superman's back, showing these kids what's up.
It's such a great view,
Yeah.
such a great shot.
And then basically he saw the future of like Superman like going like no because the other bomb going off.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the end of issue 1.
Yeah, dude, it's kind of wild how much happens just like that one book, and there's so many
Yeah.
Easter eggs scattered throughout it.
Oh, you
Um,
can see that it's on the last red page for me. Sorry, let me fix that.
oh, nice. Um, and then issue 2 is kind of like one of those things where it starts off. I feel like there's a lot like to call out on it. In the background because it's more of a background thing. The whole thing with issue 2 is that you can just scroll through, I guess, through the pages for right now. Um, we're continuing this Ghost of Christmas Past story, and we're kind of seeing that guy right there. That is American Commando, I believe. I think that's American Commando. An American
America,
Commando.
don't they say his name?
Do they?
Yeah, it's America Commando. Right?
Okay, it is American.
America Commando. That's his name.
American
That's what it
Commando.
is.
That is Alex Ross poking fun at Rob Liefeld right there. He is just
Oh, it
like,
is.
yeah. He's like, I made
That's a
my own Liefeld character.
his shoulder pads and the massive muscles and the USA.
Yeah, like the overdone of everything. Like,
Yeah, this
um,
basically is like Homelander before Homelander.
yeah, for reals, dude. It's
Yeah.
fucking horrific. It's like Trump supporters now. And did you see Lobo was here? Did you see Lobo was here? Was on the statue.
Let's see, where is he on the stage? Am I not seeing Lobo? Oh,
Hey,
Lobo was here. There he is.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey man, he's the
Congrats.
ultimate meme character.
Yes, for reals, dude. Um, but yeah, so we're kind of seeing like the change of like Superman coming back uh into the center of everything, and
Well,
inspiring and making people kind of decide you're gonna either join us or else you'll hear
what's
from us soon.
crazy is like how political this book is too, because America Mando is basically saying like people can't have sanctuary in the country.
Oh yeah, and that's like
Yeah,
such a it's weird reading this story right now because of all
right.
especially in El Paso back home, dude. Like migrants are all lined up everywhere out there. I don't know how it is in California where you're at, but I think you're kind of like really more up in the
San
mid.
Francisco is like a sanctuary city.
Yeah.
So,
Dude, they're just like they're holding migrants in border of El Paso and they can't cross, or
mhm.
if they do, they're just everywhere. It's insane. But fucking still, I mean, this book was what 96 you said, like,
90, I want to say 96, 94, 96. I gotta double check real quick.
but like it's just
96, yeah.
you know whatever 20 fucking 4 years later,
Yeah,
26 years later, it's shit still going on.
it's
26.
crazy too because to me, American Man, now that he's like a jab at Liefeld, it's also funny considering that like this is basically a caricature of like a Trump supporter.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
100%,
yeah.
dude.
Like,
Love it.
oh, what is he called? Rob Liefeld on Twitter?
I don't remember.
Oh, he said
Had
he's
to.
like the Trump of comics or something.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he
Yeah,
said. I said Rob Liefeld was the equivalent of Trump on Twitter or something like that. That's right. Yeah, 'cause he just scares
yeah.
shit and he just fucking has a weird follow. I don't know. Whatever.
Fucking yaps his mouth. Anyways, it's crazy because this character. What I was trying to say was like it's kind of showing like this kind of perspective that of how Wade and Ross look at like what these superheroes mean.
Hmm.
Like on paper, like just looking at them, Superman and American Commando kind of look like similar, right? The red, the blue, the all American way and justice and all that. But kind of like American Commando is kind of like the wrong way of doing it, and Superman is the one that's like everybody has sanction, everybody is like equal, and everybody deserves justice, and everybody deserves to have like the true American way or whatever. And then American Commando is like this extreme, like no, nobody in our country.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Uh, it's weird how just like shit just never changes. Like,
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. And then this right here is pretty dope.
I love that poster. That's just a
Yeah,
great shot. And so that's also not everyone recognizes it, but up top, that's the Ray.
the Ray. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
yeah.
I was gonna
He
say
was.
what's crazy about this Hawkman. He looks more bird-like for
Hmm.
sure.
He's like evolved somehow. I don't even get
Yeah,
that. I dig it though.
crazy how Hawkman's been there since like the 30s, but like no one really talks about it.
No, I heard that
Or like
Brian
1940.
Hitch like story or series that he did on Hawkman was really good.
Just always
Right.
been there. I feel like there's a
Yeah,
lot of those that we don't know about, you know?
yeah. We need a good Power Girl series too. I feel like that's a forgotten character.
She got really big. This is really random. Power Girl got really big with Harley Quinn.
Oh wow,
Yeah, so
interesting.
in a lot of Harley Quinn stories, she plays like like a side character that's there a lot. And they
Huh?
even have a short like a limited run together.
Did you know the story about why her boobs are so big?
I've watched a YouTuber explain it, but I forgot.
It's the whoever the artist was for Power Girl, like the editor said something and then like every issue he just drew them slightly bigger and bigger and so just like somebody finally fucking noticed and like called him out and it just stayed that way forever. But he was just like increasingly growing her boob size to see if anyone fucking cared or would pay
I did
attention.
not realize that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of
I always
ridiculous.
knew it was kind of like crazy how massive they made him. Like
Yeah, yeah, it's insane and it's ridiculous and it's
she's
just like it's just
and
something a
she's
creator got away with. Like
oh, I did not know that.
so
She's
it's
also like
fucking
the
fun.
Earth 2 Supergirl.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
like
Yeah.
looks nothing like Kara in any way. Not that she has to, but like it's crazy.
The Thy Kingdom Gun stuff I think dives into some of that aspect too. That was a cool. That's the follow up from this too, or the second follow up because there's
Oh,
the
I never read
Kingdom.
that.
Yeah, there's the Kingdom, and that continues this world. But then there's Thy Kingdom Come, which is like into the JSA, but bringing that
Oh,
Superman, and then
yeah.
yeah, it's all right. Not gonna lie, it's all right. Not that
Dude,
great.
I love this panel right here though.
Oh, dude, yeah,
Just rips the fake muscles off.
yeah, hell yeah, fucking, fucking love that shit.
They just come in and like clean house basically because they're like we're the original superheroes.
Ooh, and then we have Red Robin, who's Dick Grayson for the
Yeah, which
first
is
time.
really interesting that it's not Tim Drake.
Right? That one that trips me out the most, honestly. And that's
Yeah,
Brain Trust that he was taking down. I don't know who Brain Trust is, but that's who Red Robin's fighting.
more like he's just knocked out real fast.
And
Um,
they do that a lot with these characters. Like they don't name them, they don't tell you who they are. Like you kind of have to research and find stuff or find certain additions to get the details on who the fuck Brain Trust is. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know who those
especially in the
characters were.
90s.
Yeah,
Yeah,
oh man, for reals,
it's not
yeah.
like you can just look it up on the internet.
Hmm. Or listen to this
Look,
shit so we could tell you. Like,
right? The chokehold right here.
oh my gosh, I never noticed that. That's hilarious. Dude, that detail is insane. Yeah.
Basically, the way I took this is that like it's just showing everybody like the original superheroes actually care about their like surroundings and won't let
Uh-huh.
people die.
Yep. Yep, exactly. Man, that Superman looks so good. I love the black on his chest.
Yeah, it's such a clean
Uh,
design.
and they
And
just
then
fucking
yes,
fly back down and they're just like, all right, so
we're gonna
we're
fix this
here.
shit.
I love how some dude's like, what about Magog? You pussy. You didn't do it last time. And then
He just calls them out.
fucking like Clark doesn't even answer. Like his girl in the back like comes up and he's like, he's gonna fucking do it. what is it? And then she like backs him up, and then they just all take off. You know what I mean? Like,
Well,
and then
it's
Superman in the
interesting.
background, he's like, "Why'd you say that, man? Like, I wasn't ready. Like, why'd you?"
It's interesting because in my opinion, this book is a Superman story, but he's almost like a background character.
Well, I mean, diving so much into like this many characters in general, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like, um, it's definitely more focused on his evolution, and it's caused by him, and he's the one that like keeps the wheels of the story turning the entire time.
yeah. It's
Um,
just Batman and Wonder Woman are the ones to push him.
yeah, exactly. Like it's
Yeah,
weird
Wonder
how
Woman more than anything.
yeah, especially well, it's that the angels on your shoulder type of thing.
Yeah.
Batman has always been like something, um, and like Wonder Woman. Well, Batman's always like kind of that good-hearted side, and Wonder Woman's always ready to strike and attack.
Let's see, and then this Alex Ross looking dude right here.
Dude, I felt the same way. And then when you see him in the panel, like on issue 4, where they drop the bomb, and he looks all stressed out, it's never
It look
addressed that it's Alex Ross, but yeah, it looks
it
just
looks
like him.
straight up like him like
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
uh,
exactly.
but this is where you basically find out that like it's like a private organization controlling all the like new superheroes.
Hmm.
And just kind of like it's weird to me. So I don't know if you found this awkward as well. Does it explain it in the next page? No, it doesn't. Uh, they basically are like we control humanity by having the superheroes, and I feel like it's almost like counterproductive because they
Oh
keep like
wait,
killing.
where did you get that? Where did you get that from?
I forget. There was something. There's like a one panel where they talk about it.
Because
Uh,
these guys are saying that the superheroes are taking over, and that they're sad that like they want to exterminate all the heroes.
yeah. Well, when we get to it, I'll find it.
All
It's
right.
it's like one random panel they talk about like it's when Lex Luthor comes in.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. No,
around that time.
I thought you were talking about this team, the
No, no,
governments
no,
and
no,
all
no.
that. Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. That's a whole different thing.
And then we got the Batcave right
Dude,
here.
I love seeing fucking Wayne Manor all destroyed and the Batcave all flooded and shit. Like, that's fucking crazy.
There he is.
Dude, tell me that Bruce's like neck plate, like tell me that that doesn't look like Darth Vader when
I
you know
thought
when
the
they
same thing. The
right.
breathing, where it connects his helmet
Yes, exactly. Feel like that's an homage of some sort to that.
with the thing on his chest with the buttons.
Yeah. Did you ever see the scene with Kevin Conroy as this Batman? I didn't.
With the Crisis on Infinite Earths
Yeah.
crossover. No, I never did, but I knew that was what he looked like.
Hmm. I never saw it.
I never watched it either. I gave up on those shows.
Yeah, I never made it that far. I love how they call it the black. He's like, black's a new color for you.
Yeah, I know. He notices it immediately.
I love how like observant Bruce is just right off the bat, and he's
He's like
still
the
like,
league. The league needs you. I'm busy.
yeah,
Yeah, classic Batman response.
fucking love it. But this whole, I mean, these are very. I feel like maybe we could do Infinite Frontier this year. That's another great book I've always wanted to do. But the conversations that Bruce and Clark would have in the cave, that's very Darwin Cook of him to be doing.
hmm I mean, I've always thought that was the best dynamic is not when they're fighting, like against each other or with each other. I've always thought peak Superman Batman like on the page is like when they're just conversating.
I could see that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I think there's nothing better than that because it's such conflicting ideals coming together.
Yeah, for reals. And it's cool. The cave talks are always my favorite. Like when they're
Yeah,
both just in there, because there's a certain like respect Clark has for Bruce's shit. You know what I mean? He's like he knows where he's
exactly.
at. And I'm sure he's kind of intimidated just to be in there because he never knows what Bruce might have cooked up.
Yeah, and this is basically just him asking him like for help.
Yeah.
Look at moment. Meanwhile, look at the bald spot.
Oh my gosh, for
Yeah,
reals.
but yeah, he's basically like, "We need your help," and he's like, "Nah, I'm busy with my city," which is literally like the most like Batman response. But
That's
it's also interesting.
it's always Gotham. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's also interesting that basically Superman's calling him out that he's created a police state.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like, and it's true. Like, yeah, there's
It
nothing
is
going on,
100%.
but Bruce is now just from his fucking computer controlling drones and shit, you know?
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. But not even like everybody else there is uh, agrees with Superman, which is always interesting to me that like Green Arrow always sides with him.
Mm-hmm.
In Dark Knight, it's the same thing. He helps him out.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But I love it. It's Blue Beetle, Ted Cord Blue Beetle too.
Yeah, original
Green
Blue Beetle.
Arrow, Black Canary, and that's it, right? Yeah, just those three.
Yeah, it's just those three.
And then look at the new recruits. Okay, so we have um
Doctor Fate,
Dr. Fate, Wildcat like 2 or whatever. That's the new Zatara. We have
where
Obsidian right below Black Cat. That kid.
oh, I see you right there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's Zatara 2 or whatever. And then I know that's Obsidian, that's Jade. That's the new Black Canary. That's their daughter right there.
right there.
Um, I don't know who the one below is or the Asian
Can't
guy,
tell.
but I know that that's Beast Boy right there.
That's 100% Beast Boy.
Yeah, so what happened to Beast Boy is that he is transformed so much that he kind of doesn't know what his form is anymore, and he just transforms
Uh,
into like a fantasy character. So that's him like as like one of the monkeys from Wizard of Oz.
is that something Alex Ross confirmed?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's hella funny.
Yeah. But it's
And
it's
then
always the leak stories are always look at the homage to the
the
issue.
covers.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
Detective 27 Action 1 and what was fucking Wonder Woman's first appearance? Um I might have wrote it
I
down.
wasn't it. It
Oh, it's
wasn't.
it's Wonder Woman #1. It's just like their issue 1's things. Okay.
Is that how her cover looked though?
Yeah, Wonder Woman
It
#1.
was. Yeah, she's on a horseback.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, it's great. Alex Ross renditions of those original covers.
I know, fucking
And it's interesting
gorgeous.
when they use those covers because he's literally saying like this. It's interesting because he's talking about this was a time when they were well regarded, but it was also a time in comics when it was very like black and white. There was good and bad.
Mhm.
That was it.
And let me see. What's going on here? Oh, they're just recruiting people now.
Yeah, there's
Now,
just Superman's just getting everybody recruited. Is that
so
supposed
up
to be
there,
Cyborg?
that is his new name is Robot Man.
Oh,
As a Doom Patrol Robot Man because he's no longer Vic Stone. There's no more of him left.
oh, he's just a full on like robot.
Yep. I love the new
Oh,
fucking is that Sandman? Who is that? Dr. Midnight? Dr. Midnight, that's who it is. Because there's no like physical body. It's kind of like the Doctor Fate we see in the series. It's just like he has a
yeah.
smoke underneath him all the time.
And
And
then is this
then
not the Martian, but
no, she's not in here yet actually. But let me see if I could see it. Starman. Oh, Brainiac's daughter. That's who it is.
oh, that's
Brainiac's
Brainiac's
daughter.
daughter. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And actually, we see some interesting characters here. Donna Troy's in this panel. I don't know who. Oh, the one above it, Donna Troy's in there.
Is
Oh, I
she?
see
Oh, I
her.
see.
Damn. Okay, and that's also a Golden Guardian.
Oh, I see. That makes sense.
Yeah. Fucking wild.
And then yeah, it's the same characters. They're all. That's such
And
a
yeah, just recruiting, and then they're just like now forming this new version of the Justice League, kind of in a sense.
yeah,
Man, fucking that like smoky Doctor Midnight is so
yeah.
cool.
The way he flies.
Yeah. Oh, so there's an interesting character coming up here. So there's the cathedral, and Alex Ross was like, I made a character. Superheroes are always trying to blend into the buildings. He's like, well, I found one that finally can.
That is the
And
building.
yeah, so he's called the cathedral. And I think that character's name is like the Wiz, but it's the son of Freddie and Mary, the Shazam family.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and
That's
it's
so
based off of a
random.
Spider-Man outfit, apparently. But yeah, but Freddy looks like Elvis because Elvis was such a big fan of Shazam that he started modeling his like outfits after Shazam, like in his later years.
Oh
And
wow.
yeah, yeah. Once I found that out, and I look at some Elvis pictures, I'm like, holy shit, yeah, he's trying to be Shazam.
Let's see.
Um, but
I just gotta
Freddy,
Google this real quick.
yeah, Google it. When we see Freddy in this series, Freddy looks like Elvis, so it's an homage to like Elvis finally being like in the Marvel
In the
family,
comic.
Yeah. Um,
Oh, I can kind of see with the hair.
right. The hair and just like he has that little cape and everything, and like
That's
the
true. Was he
straddles.
really
Yeah,
that big of a fan?
he was a fan of Captain Marvel. He loved it.
And that's why he wore the cape. That is crazy.
Absolutely insane, huh?
Oh
Um,
my god, yeah. He was. Down to the cape and the hair
yeah, yeah, fucking crazy. So this is where we're seeing the new like Legion
of
of
Doom.
Doom,
The
but they're
corporate
like,
Legion of Doom.
yeah, yeah, they're all
Yeah,
elderly and shit. Fucking Vandal Savage breaking the assistant's neck for fucking up his coffee, and he's like, "Sorry, mortal habits die hard." And you're like, "God damn it, fucking Vandal."
I know,
But
right?
dude, I think the next page shows us them at the table, and we could name drop everybody. So we have Lex Luthor, um, and then to his side, I know that's the dude. Vandal
That's
Savage is
Raish
in the front,
right here.
huh?
That's Ra's al Ghul.
Ra's al Ghul is dead.
He's dead? No, was he dead? Yeah,
Ra's
he
al
is,
Ghul,
huh?
yeah, Ra's al Ghul is dead.
Then
So,
who's that supposed to be?
that's Lord Naga, the leader of
Oh,
Cobra. Cobra. But then the one next to him is King from what's that series? God damn it. You know the like in Batman Beyond they showed him a lot, but the Card Family, like there was the King and Queen
oh
and
yeah, they fly on the things.
yeah, the
Oh,
cards and shit.
that's what he
The
is. He's
Royal Flush or something like that, or
the guy next to him. He's the heir to Ra's al Ghul's empire. That's what it was.
yes, yeah, and his
That's what it
name is something
was.
crazy like Ixafush,
Yeah, that's what it was. He practically looks exactly like him though.
like a super young version. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's Bruce's. You know, from this. That's the original Damien. That is Bruce's
Yeah,
kid. Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
what it was. He's the heir of Ra's al Ghul's kingdom. But
And
yeah,
just like Ra's al Ghul translates to like head of, was it
head of the
head of the
demon.
demon? I think
Yeah,
his name translates to like son of the demon or something like that.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
And then you have the Riddler and Catwoman right here.
Yeah. God damn it. And everyone fucking hates the Riddler and they keep on giving him shit. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, keep your fucking friend under control, Selena. Like,
He
I
just
love
can't
that.
stop like talking.
And it's fucking so annoying. Who is Catwoman? Who is the Riddler? Like, shut the fuck up. Uh,
Let's
but yeah, it's a
see.
cool little flesh of characters we have here.
It is. It's an interesting Legion of Doom that's kind of like the same.
Yeah, yeah. It's cool that they
Um,
integrated the race stuff, though. You know what I mean? I think that was my favorite part of it. I like seeing that bloodline. Well, that's the big thing about this whole entire fucking book, if you haven't noticed by now, because we keep on seeing descendants and like
yeah.
names being carried on. DC is known well more than Marvel for legacy and bloodlines and passing down the torch, because from the golden age all the way to the modern age, there's Justice Society, Justice League, Teen Titans.
Mm,
That's what they're all about. Marvel doesn't do that. Marvel, DC, you actually have a linear timeline to an extent. Marvel is kind of like events, and that's kind of it. And if you're
yeah.
not within that
Well,
little time frame, you really don't know.
the
But
way
Marvel doesn't do it the way DC does.
the way DC gets around it, I feel like, is by having the multiple Earths, and
Well, I mean,
then they.
not just the multiple Earths. You could put them. I mean, everything was one timeline for a while, and it still made sense with the society from the 40s leading up to modern day. Marvel can't do that.
No, but what I was trying to say was like up until I mean, this is after Crisis, right?
I
This is
mean, even
post
before
Crisis.
Crisis, like in
Well, I'm
general.
saying this book.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
this book is post Crisis, and that's when everything was consolidated and fixed for the most part. But I think what DC tends to do, this is just my perception of it, is they introduce like an alternate universe or timeline, whatever it may be, another Earth, and they introduce a new character or like some sort of legacy character. And then what they try to do with their original like canon Earth 1 is introduced that character later on, so it's part of the official canon.
Well, I mean, not necessarily, because even when you go back pre like Crisis and everything, I mean, the Elseworld stuff that was the first aspect of multiverse. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But like it wasn't defined as multiverse yet. Um, but even when you go back to like the Earth 2 stuff and everything, it was just, oh yeah, you're right, because that's where Earth 2 began and the Huntress and
Hmm.
like the death of Bruce and stuff like. Yeah, you're totally right. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
How
They
that
uh they
they'll do
they
that and integrate some of the like the good ideas. Power Girl integrated into the main Earth.
yeah.
Supergirl integrated into the yeah. Okay.
Oh, because like this guy totally does. He's totally a Damien.
Mm-hmm.
But he literally looks like an exact replica of Bruce and like Ra's al Ghul. And
Yeah.
like I wouldn't be shocked if Grant Morrison kind of read this book and said, "Okay,
Yeah,
Batman with a kid."
exactly. Well, and I mean Grant was infamous for like doing that because like even Justice League we see them in this book. Batman Incorporated, like that little team, that's from the 50s. I didn't realize that too.
That is?
Yeah, that
Oh
goes
wow.
all the way. There's this team of characters in here that are the Batman Incorporated characters, and I didn't realize that was I thought Grant made that concept, and that's a
I did
idea
not
from
know
the
that was already a
50s.
thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But so this is like what you were saying, like, the metahumans, kind of keep everyone in check because they're not fighting them,
Yeah.
they're helping like cause damage and destruction and keeping their profits and their stuff like booming at this point. So they're benefiting off of these new misfit, generation of superhumans.
It's kind of like an early rendition of Vought.
Yeah, yeah, for
Yeah.
reals, yeah, for reals.
Tell me why I thought when I was reading this, I was like, why does Lex Luthor look just like the Kingpin?
Oh, I know. I love how like after all this time, Lex like put on weight and like just got
He looks
really
red in the
like,
face.
yeah, like he has some heart pills and shit. You know what I mean? And I like how he's
Yeah,
getting shaved in the middle of his fucking meeting too by Captain Marvel. Like,
I know of all people.
yeah,
Well, he's like brainwashed Captain Marvel to be like
y-
his pet, you know?
yeah, exactly. And I don't know if I was in a meeting with anyone and they just start getting a shave like mid meeting, you're like, what the fuck, dude? Like, it's
Yeah, it's
ridiculous.
like so
That's
pretentious.
power. That's power right there. Dude,
Um,
okay. Fucking shit, the bar scene. Man, this is where
yeah,
we drop some fucking bombs. Why don't you zoom in on panel one?
that's Lobo of some sort.
Yeah. We got Lobo, and that's the human
Oh, whoops.
bomb. And then you have Vildrox, and he's the one drinking the DC beer. Um, and look
Okay.
at all the chairs. They're the silhouette of a 1940s Batman
The
face.
Batman, yeah.
Um,
Let's see.
we have Ultra, the multi-alien, one of the Village Warriors, Black Canary 2. There's a Black Hawk 2. Demon.
Deadman.
Oh, I was still looking at panel one.
Oh, sorry. Is
Um, Demon Damsel flying up top, along with
that
So it's
Grundy?
not. Yeah, that's Grundy.
Yeah.
Um, let me see. It's actually Beast Boy's name isn't Beast Boy anymore. It's like Mengineer or something like that. It's something odd.
They never mention it though.
No, no, it's a fucking thing you had to look up. It's fucking ridiculous. But let me see. Panel 2 down there, we have Rorschach.
You do?
Yeah.
See. Right.
There's
Oh, I
Icicle.
see him. Yeah, he's right there.
Yeah,
He's breaking a
Icicle,
finger.
Brother Power. Next kind of at the table. Rorschach, Space Cowboy, Ultrazan from Super Friends. That's the one at the
Is that
table actually.
is that the guy from the cover of Steve Miller Band?
Which
Hold
one is
on.
that?
I'm gonna show you right now. Am I the be the one to catch this? Yep, that's it.
Really?
Check it out. I'm gonna send you a photo right now.
Yeah, let me see this shit.
That is totally an homage to the Steve Miller Band. Someone's a Steve Miller Band fan.
That's fucking dope then.
Watch. I'm gonna
Um,
send it to you right now. Tell me I'm wrong.
but yeah, Creeper and Deadman are also on that. Oh wow. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
That's fucking interesting. My notes don't have that. That's insane. That's fucking cool. How fucking cool. Love
yeah.
that.
I caught it. I caught it.
Fucking shit. That's dope. But yeah, continue on the next one. I'm trying to think of anyone else. Oh, so behind them, uh, behind was it Atom Bomb or whatever his name is?
Mhm.
Um, that is the daughter. We see more of her of Scott Free and Barda.
Yeah, she does take like a place or takes place. Yeah. She has some lines and does some things later on, yeah.
Hmm. But yeah, Creeper. I love how Creeper's all aged and shit.
Right. And like I said, Dead Man just chilling, but nobody could see him.
Yeah, I love how it's like the Kelly Jones Dead Man too. And then you
Yeah.
see Plastic Man getting like pulled apart over here.
Yeah. These kids are monsters.
That's just fucking great.
And then
Um,
Superman shows up.
and then let me see. Zoom in on the second panel. You have
Okay.
Captain Cold, who's like the bar
Captain Cold.
owner.
Yeah.
Yeah, he like owns the
The Black
bar.
Canary daughter. Telling you,
Uh,
man, that's the Joker from
the
Steve Miller,
Joker.
man.
Hell yeah. And if you keep on, yeah, keep on going to the left, because you'll see the guy who has the Riddler mask right next to him. There's a signed picture of Barry Allen in the background.
Oh my god, it is.
Yeah,
And also, is this apparently that one DC guy that's the one above all or whatever?
the one above all. Um, no, I don't have anything on that.
If you look that up, he wears a top hat.
Hmm. I don't have. Maybe, possibly. I don't know. All I
Could
see
be.
here is Captain Cold, Weather Wizard, Captain Boomerang, and a signed photo of Barry Allen.
Nice.
And
And then
apparently, Swamp Thing's in one of these panels too. I just haven't seen him yet.
Swamp Thing, really?
Yeah,
Let's
maybe on the next
see.
page.
Swamp Thing.
Oh, so
See.
that dude with the M, he's from the Super Friend show.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, he's like the one in like the brown pants. What's his name? Fuck. Marvin. Yeah, sorry, I'm not a Super Friends fan. Marvin. He's all
Uh,
drunk with a leather
Who's this
jacket.
tiger?
That's Tawny the tiger from Shazam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's
There's a Black
see.
Hawk right
I'm
there.
trying to look for a Swamp Thing.
I know. I've seen so. Oh, the Black Racer's there at the bottom. That's cool. Fucking
Could
New
this
God
be?
just
Well,
chilling.
who's this?
That is not something. I looked that one up. That is who is it? Ba 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 ba. Okay, so go up to panel one. I don't know who that guy is. I'll look it up. Um, panel one is supposed to have Swamp Thing somewhere. Mm.
Let's see. Let's go to the next page.
Oh wait, no, go
Uh,
back to the last one and go to panel one. That top panel is supposed to have Swamp Thing there.
Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing.
That's the
Swamp
Village
Thing.
people. That's fucking hilarious.
I know.
I
I can
don't,
see that now.
I don't see him.
Uh,
I don't see him at all. Huh?
I don't see a Swamp Thing either. It's weird.
Yeah.
Let's see. He
Hmm.
crammed a lot in here, and everybody's just like, "Oh no, it's Superman! He's here to stop our partying."
I know. Fucking Brian Azzarello again. Yeah. There's fucking Scott Free's daughter talking to
Yeah.
Night Star or whatever.
Oh, I see
Leonard.
Swamp Thing.
Where? There he is. There.
Dude,
Okay,
with the
so
top
check this
hat,
out.
and
And
the fedora.
that's Sherlock Holmes, the Shadow, the Question, Rorschach, and
Rorschach.
Omniscient, and they're like called something together. It's like a um.
That's a
God
pretty
damn it.
wild team. Dude, a Detective Swamp Thing. I'm down with that.
Yeah, I fucking love that. Oh, OMAC. Instead of OMAC, it's OWAC.
Oh,
One Woman
whack.
Army Corps. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, the Trench Coat Brigade. That's what they're called.
The Trench Coat
Yeah,
Brigade.
that's what they're fucking called.
So you have OWAC, and then the
OWAC.
trench O whack. Is it
Yeah.
like O dash whack?
No, it's just OWAC. Like OMAC is OMAC.
Oh,
One
I
man
see.
army corps. Yeah, fucking wild. Yeah, there's a
Yeah,
lot of stuff
the
in this
names of
one.
these teams, like the trench coat patrol
A brigade,
or
brigade,
brigade. Sorry.
and
Oh
that's
man,
Leonard Nimoy in the background, Spock
where?
as a server.
Oh, that is him. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, it's fucking wild. That's ridiculous. I know, man. It's dense,
Wait,
full of Easter
Who's
eggs.
part of the OMAC?
That's that Jack Kirby book. And he's the one with
Uh,
the guy with the mohawk. He's made appearances on like Brave of the Bold and some small stuff. He was the one like when Bruce in Infinite Crisis created that satellite. I don't know if you're at the lead up to Infinite Crisis, but he
no, I
always doing with
didn't.
OMAC. I think he was maybe in a Justice League episode. I know he's been in the background of a lot of shit that they just haven't used him for.
Hmm.
But yeah.
Here
So
they
shit.
are. They're at
This
that
is
famous cover. They're at the
yeah.
table.
Wrapping up issue 2 here, freaking leading into Revelation, Armageddon, and seeing them all gathered around, making plans like James Gunn was making fucking plans and not announcing shit.
See, when you make plans, you make a good story.
Yeah.
And
Oh, and
then
this is let's see here. I don't know what team this is, but they're just kind of fighting off the people that are like resisting them at this point. Like if
yeah,
you're
because
not with
they're
them,
like
they're
we're
against
like the
them.
new order of like superheroes, and you guys
Mm-hmm.
need to shape up.
Yep.
And that's pretty much a lot of the fights. It's just like listen to your kids. We got to do this the right way, and nobody ever wants to listen.
That's Captain Comet. I don't know anything about Captain Comet, but
I don't
like
either.
that was Mark Waid's like, if we're gonna do this, I want to have Captain Comet in the damn book, and he's a big
He
Captain
barely
Comet
was in
fan.
it, I guess.
Yeah.
And this is when
Um,
they go to Aquaman, and they're like, "Yo, dude, we need your help." And Aquaman's like, "Nah, fuck y'all."
Beast's like the best move Aquaman's ever fucking done before, where they're begging for help. Wonder Woman and Superman saying, "Will you join us? Will you help us like the good old days?" And Aquaman, not with Mera, with Dolphin.
I don't
Uh,
know anything about Aquaman.
Okay, yeah. Well, he's not with Mara anymore. I don't know anything about Dolphin, but that's Dolphin, his wife, not Mara. They've split. She's gone.
Oh,
Yeah. Um, but they go down and they're just like, "Can you please help us?" Like, and then Aquaman's, "You know what, dude? I control 70% of the world, and
of the
you,
water, yeah.
yeah." And he's like, "And you have like these little continents, and there's more than one of you guys. There's only one of me, and I have 70% of the world."
He's like, I'm just
So
gonna chill here and take care of my people. I'm done with y'all.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, so,
They also explained how Wonder Woman just doesn't age.
oh, really?
Yeah, it says right here. It says the tides of time have been kind to you, princess.
Oh, yeah, that's just a compliment, though.
Yeah, but it's basically it explains why she still looks young because she's like a goddess, right? She's like immortal for the most
Hmm.
part, so she's not
Yeah,
gonna age as much as like other people.
and it's crazy because Donna Troy has like gray hair and shit. She's aging.
Was she the daughter of Wonder Woman? No,
No, she was just like
no,
an
no. No.
Amazonian
Well, well, it's because like Wonder Woman is like daughter of. Is she the daughter of
of Zeus.
Zeus? Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. So she's part god.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, basically Aquaman's telling him to fuck off, and I'm not helping y'all. But you also learn that Wonder Woman is no longer part of Themyscira.
yeah,
She got
yeah.
booted.
Fucking kicked out, and I think it's later, and I don't know if it's this issue or the next one, but just because she didn't know, they didn't felt like she wasn't doing her job, she
They
got
said
fired.
she was basically helping their world and not hers. Like
She was
the
being too peaceful and not
yeah.
forcing peace with an iron fist, and that's the whole conflict is like that paradox of and that's the whole thing with anything with any war, peace by force, and that's a big. She'll go to war for peace, like just doesn't connect sometimes.
And they get denied, and then basically they go back.
Oh, they're about to have the kiss. And then that's Roy Harper. And see Donna Troy. See, yeah, she has like gray
Yeah,
hair and
yeah. There she
shit.
goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking wild, huh?
And then they're like, Magog is here taunting you, bro. You got to go after him.
I love how Magog is like, gently, gently, and he fucking fucks it
Blows
all
up.
up. And Magog that was like supposed to poke fun at American like Image Comics like outfits and shit. It just ended up looking really fucking cool because it's Alex Ross. But that was like poking fun. You look at the
The
giant
shoulder
belt and
pads.
shoulder pad and shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's all
Yeah.
poking fun at Rob Liefeld and shit.
And then basically you find out that Magog is blaming Superman for everything.
Yeah, he's got that fucking that reflective personality, being like, "It's your fault. You didn't do enough." And dude, I mean, this is an alternate. Speaking of like you're talking about alternate Earths and multiverses and how they pull one idea to another. This is the same thing. Joker went to the Daily Planet, and he got Lois Lane killed, and Superman went crazy. Um, I mean, does that not remind you of a little game called Injustice?
Justice, yeah.
Like fucking to the T almost. Um, I love the old man Joker though. I think that's
Oh,
so
you mean
creepy.
the Jack Nicholson look?
Yeah, yeah, for
Yeah.
reals. Yeah,
He's basically also calling out how Superman wouldn't adjust with the times because it wasn't as easy as like good and bad guys. It just got more like not convoluted. It got more complicated,
yeah,
and
yeah,
Superman didn't
exactly.
really grow with it. And then you basically find out that Magog was like, "Nah, I'm just gonna kill the Joker."
Fuck this guy, exactly. And
Yeah,
then
and
there was like I love how he has like the ponytail already here too. Like
yeah,
Superman
he's
was
like,
already looking old. Magog acquitted. Fucking
I know,
that
right? The
headline.
the newspaper headline, "Justice done."
Yes. Um, that it's Joker dead is always just a good panel scene. But yeah, so Magog is like getting all pissed at him and kind of blaming fucking Superman for just not like standing up enough and doing enough. And look at that red tornadoes in the background too. That's a pretty cool way of it.
As like a living tornado.
Hmm. And that is Alana Strange. That's the daughter of Adam Strange.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She's got the jetpack. That's right.
Yeah. Fucking wild little headdress though. But fucking that staff he has, that turns into a whole fucking thing in that Thy Kingdom Come. They go into more depth about his powers
Oh,
and
they
the power
do.
of that staff.
Okay.
Yeah. Hmm.
And then Superman gets fucking zapped, but then Magog just kind of like has a breakdown when you think about it.
Yeah. Yeah. He's really just fucking freaking out on how everything turned out and he didn't want it this way. And he fucking realizes fucked up and he's not as good as he thought he was. He
He's not as
knows
good as
Superman was
Superman.
better. Yep.
Yeah, that's what.
Exactly.
Well, that was like always like Superman's actual superpower was his moral code.
Mm-hmm. Like he's right. Essentially, he's going to be right, and it's the heat of the moment that they went with Magog and quicker resolutions and whatnot. That's insane. We are at war. Like seeing the
Yeah,
difference between the mindset of Magog and like how Superman views things and how things should be. Like that's when Superman realizes we're at war. Like these kids don't get it. This new generation just doesn't get what it means to be.
to be a superhero.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, the guilt that follows Magog with his actions. And then right here,
Oof, one of my
get some dark side
favorite
in,
scenes
some apocalypse.
ever. Fucking, well, dude, that's what tripped me out when I first read it. Like, I was like, fucking Dark Side. Dark Side looks wild, but it's not Dark Side.
No, it's not.
Um, it's fucking Orion,
Orion.
man. Yeah.
And
Fuck.
like, keep in mind, Superman just casually goes to apocalypse.
Yeah, dude, Orion's helmet is fucking so cool. He's just holding it up and shit. I can't imagine him wearing it now. But yeah, I love how Apocalypse looks too. It's such a different feel for the entire book, Like you
Yeah,
see the contrast and everything, and it's weird how like Orion tried to like fix it and help him, but like the people didn't want to be helped, and that was their own doing, and that's how Apocalypse like survives. And Orion's just like, I'm just fucking holding down the fort,
he's
essentially.
like, I'm just here, man, just running apocalypse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Fucking dude,
He
that
looks like he's
fucking
wearing like Luke Skywalker outfit though.
I
That
love that.
Tatooine clothes.
Yeah, it's weird because he's like one the son of, Darkseid, who's always in black, and Vader, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
And he's now like the corrupted version. Like he's just like I became what I was kind of destined to be in a sense. Like fucking
It's
weird. It's
but
weird
it's
seeing him because
also
even his beard has grown out to looks like the Joel of
hmm
fucking Darkseid.
that, that he wears.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say what's interesting is that he doesn't want to be the ruler of Apocalypse,
Yeah.
and everyone sees it as a reward, but he doesn't.
Yeah. That Superman chest is fucking huge.
Yeah, I know, right? His nips are about to poke through.
Yeah, right.
It's pretty interesting how like he just hates being in Apocalypse.
And fucking right here, the Miracle Machine. That's what it looks like, to be honest. But
Yeah.
we have Scott Free and Big Barda. Big Barda with a fucking eye patch. I think that's pretty sweet. She's been in some battles and whatnot. They've
Hmm.
done some shit. And there's their daughter fucking boom tubing through. But dude, this Kirby esque artwork is just so. I think it's the best pages out of the entire series. Like, it's
Well,
so
Alex Ross
detailed.
doing Jack Kirby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I love
Which
it.
would be which is an interesting take when you think about it. Well, anybody drawing Apocalypse is pretty much drawing a Jack Kirby story.
Yep. I
Yeah.
love seeing how the boom tube come out and like the little Kirby dots in the middle of the machine. God, fucking epic. And then yeah, they start building the Gulagog.
The- yeah, he calls it like a restoration center, but everybody
Yeah.
looks at it as like like a prison basically.
hmm And
And then
then
when I first read this, I was like, "Oh shit, Batman in cahoots with Lex Luthor." And you're like, "I guess so."
yeah, and you're just like, well, fuck. And it's weird seeing them shake hands and work together and just like sign off on that.
Is it though? Two billionaires working together,
Right. Right.
and then that's the end of that issue.
Well, that's the end of issue 2. We're gonna go ahead and stop it here. We didn't realize this would be a 2-part episode, but damn, this
Yes, it
is
is.
this is a lengthy little discussion. A lot of Easter eggs, and that's the thing. Like I kind of felt this coming in, kind of going in depth in the series. Like it's really, really, extensive with us.
Hmm.
But we'll to pick up part 2. Probably right after this. But we'll split this up to make it easy listening and whatnot. But man, we're gonna sign off here. Any
All right.
last?
Um, Let me just say, I didn't realize cover of issue 3 is totally a spoiler. What's to happen?
Ooh, yeah, for reals, huh?
Yeah.
Yep.
All
Well,
right. Well, as
awesome.
always, thanks for having me.
Thanks for hanging.